My friends, please join me in welcoming the President of the University of Pennsylvania, Wendell Pritchett.
Hello, class of 2022! Oh, come on, this is Philly. We can do better than that. Hello, class of 2022! All right! That's more like it. All right, we gather here today to celebrate your many, many, many achievements. We also mark the remarkable years, unprecedented even, that you have spent at Penn. These historic times have required much of all of you. You have experienced more and endured more than many classes who came before. Yet, to our everlasting pride, you more than met the challenge. You evolved. You thrived. You could even say you've developed special adaptations that now set you apart. Superpowers, if you will. Among them, your class exhibits heightened resilience and responsiveness, exceptional optimism tempered by pragmatism, courageous compassion and selflessness. Also, super strength, spidey senses, amazing web slinging abilities. All right, maybe you haven't evolved those powers, but that would be pretty awesome. I argue as well that you now possess even stronger skills for navigating the unfamiliar, the unexpected, and the uncertain. You see the world, its many countless challenges and unmapped possibilities with near superhuman keenness. Where others see a roadblock, you discern a path forward. Now, because this is Penn, I will not simply claim all of these fantastic things as true without evidence. Like the scholars and scientists we are, we will put my claims to the test. One last test before you graduate. And we're going to do it right now. I promise it will be quick. All right, so here's some instructions. Here's how your test will go. I will show you a picture of a landmark at Penn, something iconic, and I want you to guess what it is, but there's a catch. The iconic image will be presented in some way that is unfamiliar. It will be an extreme close-up or an unusual angle. So I want you to think about it, then shout out your answer. Once I hear some crowd consensus, I'll reveal the correct answer. All right, everybody ready? Ready? All right, let your last test begin. Can I have the first image, please? Wow. Man, impressive. All right, let's see what it is. Good work, good work. All right, the button is correct. All right, so we're warm here, very warm. All right, so let's get this party started. All right, next image, please. I'm hearing a lot of answers to this one. I'm hearing a lot of answers to this one. All right, it's the love statue. Let's show everybody. That was a tough one. That was a tough one. All right, let's go on to round 3. Oh, no. I'm hearing a couple of them. All right, let's see it. Good work. Good work. All right. I'm not surprised you're rocking this test. All right. So, next one. What is it? What is it? All right. Let's see what it is. It is, we are Penn Quakers. All right. So as president, I officially declare that you all passed with flying colors. You also proved my hypothesis beautifully. Your shared experience as a class has been forged in the crucible of global change, enormous and at times quite scary. This experience has granted your class certain gifts. Among them, your advanced ability to roll with the challenges, to navigate extreme uncertainty with resilient creativity. That gift will continue to serve you well all of your lives, which is a very good thing because the world needs your unique abilities more urgently than ever. Fundamental threats to democratic norms and values pandemics and climate change, the rip currents of war. You don't need me to tell you that life and the world won't be getting any simpler or any more certain anytime soon. So 30 years ago, the late and forever great Maya Angelou penned an essay about this very thing. She observed that for all our assumptions, we actually know nothing certain about how our day will go. We cannot know for sure what each day may bring. Who, after all, could possibly have predicted the twists and turns of the last 2 years? I now quote Angelou's essay. "Life is pure adventure," she wrote, "and the sooner we realize that, the quicker we will be able to treat life as art, to bring all our energies to each encounter, to remain flexible enough to notice and admit when what we expected to happen did not happen. We need to remember that we are creative, and can invent new scenarios as frequently as they are needed." I want to linger for just a moment on that final wonderful sentence. We are creative, and can invent new scenarios as frequently as they are needed. Angelou rightly observes that while all of us have the capacity for such creativity, it does not simply bubble up by default. Especially amid adversity, there is no autopilot for ingenuity, no cruise control for craft. When a calamity like COVID happens, we must be inventive. How well your class has proven it. That fateful spring of your sophomore year, when Penn decided to evacuate campus to save lives, you turned your own lives upside down to make the plan reality. You adapted wholly to wholly online learning. You gave of yourselves to care for others. You masked up, marched for Black Lives Matter, got out the vote, got vaccinated, and boosted. All of this you did while sacrificing special milestones and moments of joy on top of acing your studies and extracurriculars, I might add. You invented new scenarios as needed, and you made it work. Writing 3 decades ago, Maya Angelou couldn't possibly have predicted any of the things that you have seen. Yet, with the example that you have set and your achievements we now celebrate, I believe she just could have easily have been peering into the future and writing about you. 10 years, 25, 50 years from now, you will reunite for milestones. You will gather for weddings and anniversaries, and of course, Penn alumni weekends. At each one, you will swap stories about living through an era-defining moment of enormous adversity and rising to the challenge. You will take pride in those memories. You will reminisce, and I bet you will still be tired of Zoom. Speaking of reminiscing, when I was preparing to celebrate you today, I did a little digging. I wanted to recall something that happened way back in 2018, at the beginning of the fall semester. That was a distant time, which according to the official COVID timeline of events occurred roughly 100 years ago. So I took a look at the convocation ceremony for the class of 2022, and I was reminded that President Gutman called you the once-in-a-millennium class. Yep. Now, she has been proven even more right than she knew. But looking back, I also recall that you chose a class nickname. Do you remember what it was? Anybody remember what it was? 22 together. 22 together. If our former president has been proven more right than she knew, then all of you have proven downright prophetic. This class will be forever woven together more tightly than most. You prove that you are indeed creative, and you have the amazing track record to back it up. In this and countless other ways, you have earned our everlasting respect and deserve our longest and loudest applause. So I ask the families here today to stand with me now. I ask our trustees, alumni, faculty, staff, and friends, please join me in showing our boundless affection and amazing pride for the great class of 2022. Thank you, and congratulations.